And then we want to understand the sphere of influence like we talked about before. We want to know everybody that touches this product. If we have an engineering firm, we want to know if the engineers are getting paid to promote this product. There are manufacturers that give finder's fees to engineering companies for speccing a product. That's not probably the engineering house that you want. Finder's fees are great to have, but they should be able to provide you with multiple solutions, not just the one that they're getting finder's fees on. And then understanding the value from a distribution standpoint. If you're working through distribution, are they a stocking distributor? Are they just going to drop something? It's going to be drop shipped from a manufacturer, because that changes the value of that markup, right? If they're holding stock and maintaining a warehouse and you can run down the street and pick a product up, it's okay probably to pay a 15% premium because you're paying for that warehouse space. If it's all going to be, you're never going to hit that space and it's just going to drop ship to you, why do you want to pay them that 15%? Anything in a data center, the big stuff, nobody stocks that stuff at a distribution warehouse. So you shouldn't be paying them for that. And then look at, making sure a lot of manufacturers have processes where they're quarantine products for your particular project. You have to be very careful with some of the distribution houses that may sell your stock off to somebody else, and then in the middle of your project, you can't get the stuff that you want. So you want to know that that part of the supply chain is managed, and that's really where procurement can bring some value in, is helping to manage the logistics of all the stuff that's going to happen in your project. And procurement loves to have stuff to do anyway. Is anybody in here in procurement? I'm picking on y'all, but it is what it is. But it is nice to know that you can play a value. So I said that with very tongue-in-cheek. But I do think in a lot of cases, procurement's hands get tied because they're told what to buy, and then it really hurts what you guys can do and bring to the equation. And then what about alternate stock? What if something's not available? Who other's project, if you can't supply me something, what other products can I put in here without voiding warranty? Or you're going to have to do an exception to the warranty because we need to be able to use those. And then, again, with all of the bids and understanding if it really is in fact or equal. And I can absolutely tell you, I just worked on a probably 60-page RFQ that was written 100% around the specifications for a certain manufacturer. And we went back to the company and said, is this really your intention to buy only from this manufacturer? Because we're going to have to take exception to almost every line item because they call out a color that nobody else can do. And they said, no, that's not our intention at all. They gave us specs to drop in there, but now this is what happens. So if you're in procurement and you put out this RFQ and somebody has given you these particular specs and everybody reads that it's that manufacturer, anybody that is looking to do the installation is not going to give you an alternate. They're going to give you that because they assume that that's what you want. And they're going to go to that manufacturer and they're all going to get a price, and that manufacturer is probably protecting one or two installers and giving them a little bit better price, and then you get not the best at the end of the day. You don't get the best price, you don't get the best margin, you don't get the best markup. If you open that with an or equal and understand this needs to be a category 6 cable, there's a whole bunch of manufacturers that can bid that. If you say, this is our design, we encourage you to provide alternate solutions that will provide the same functionality, in a lot of cases, you'll uncover this 80% savings that nobody's going to tell you about. But you have genuine companies that work in your best interest, that work very hard to make sure that you get a quality product for the right price. And if you don't give them the opportunity to present those moving forward, then you'll never see those at the end of the day.